I was a janitor at a university, and sometimes I would see the professor just writing questions on the wall, and I would just figure them out in my head. And I'm just kidding.
I've seen this movie.
I was born in Hamilton, Ontario, and then I moved up to the sticks, like way up in the country, in a place called Shelburne, and yeah, lived there most of my life, and then got into entertainment and moved to LA. I think I've always had like big dreams, but even when I was in high school, my two best friends were filming, and we were doing like Jackass type shit, and we ended up we produced our own show and sold it to MTV before I got out of high school. So I've always kind of like knew my lane I was gonna do, whether it was like clothing or production or something. The MTV show was called Careless Teens. It was only in Canada on MTV, but it was like a low budget Jackass and not as good. Just a bunch of dumb kids in the forest with a staple gun. We stapled my buddy's nuts to a plank of wood. We did a lot of dumb shit, but yeah. Came to a halt and went and did a little documentary thing for a bit. It was called Saved by the Status. It was back in the day when Facebook was really popping, and I had no money, no car, nothing, and I traveled to every province in Canada by using Facebook. So I would just post a status where I am every day, and people would take me out, do something, let me crash at their house, buy me a bus ticket, make dinner for me, like something. It was on, everyone was like a part of it. And it was like 100 days on the road, pretty cool. Me and Kyle met about 6 or 7 years ago, and a fan of the show I was doing and a fan of what he started with NELK kind of like grouped us together, and then I looked at their channel and all this stuff, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna pitch some ideas. So I wrote out like a bunch of ideas that I thought could work for their channel that maybe I could do. So I was like, hey, I can light myself on fire. Let's go blame people that are like smoking cigarettes and pretend that they lit me on fire. And we shot it. It worked out. It was funny. And then a couple weeks later, we moved to LA together. It was crazy. We saved up our money and stayed at this place called 1010 Wilshire, and it was and I had like a cheap mentality where I was like, oh, I shouldn't be staying here. Like we can afford something. We can't afford this, right? But putting ourselves right in the action right at the start when we were small but hungry was the smartest thing we could have done. Because Ghostface Killer was our like neighbor, and like you go to this rooftop where there was happy hour, and there'd be like producers, and you're constantly making connections, and that's what coming to LA really is. So it did amazing. It did wonders for us, like staying in that building. Like I remember it was like 3 weeks of being in LA. We ended up doing the Coke prank, which is still to this day our biggest video, and it was crazy. We got on the news, and it got exposure, and it got like 140 million views on Facebook, and like really set us on the map. And then we could use that to kind of leverage getting collabs and start kind of like working up the chain. We borrowed a friend's car, took it to Venice Beach, filled the back full of Coke cans, asked people if they want Coke, and we were trying to basically bait people so that then we would open the trunk and be like, haha, we meant Coca-Cola, and then cops surrounded our car. Yeah, just pranked the cops, got arrested, got let go. It was dope. One of the funniest ones was to do with tattooing. The screaming during a tattoo. I showed up as a biker dude, all tough and manly. Showed up to a tattoo shop and got a Care Bear tatted on my ass, and just screamed at the top of my lungs every time she touched the needle to me. And it's one of those things you just gotta watch, but I think that came out really funny. I want to redo that one. All the pranks with celebrities are dope. A really funny one actually that we should redo is the Coachella one. And we were basically fake security guards, and we were telling people that they couldn't come in unless they had a high enough following, or if their activity wasn't high enough. So we'd make them pull up their Instagrams and have all their egos pour out, and it's gold. It's super gold. say we find out, like, just an example, like Drake's gonna be here and we have the end to go get him, like it doesn't matter what that costs. Like we're gonna go, like, that's a banger video, like let's go bang that out. Like, less getting punched in the face, less ruining someone's day. That's definitely where my head went. It's just, I have to really think something's funny to want to do it now. It's got to be the right kind of comedy for me, or else I don't know if it's coming with age, but I just feel bad. Like, I don't want to ruin anyone's day, so. If I had to break it down to like some advice, it would just be consistency. It's like stick to uploading really good content too. You need to buy a whiteboard. I say this in every video, but it's so true. Get a whiteboard, get 3 whiteboards. Writing stuff down, writing down small goals to get to a big goal. Don't just write your big goal, write the million things you gotta do to get to that goal. I've used that my whole life and it's gotten me to where I am. And when it comes to content, just being original, and it sounds cliche, but it's so true. Just like do your own thing, be consistent with it, and make content that like you or your friends would actually want to watch, not just what you think people are gonna watch. Full Send is our brand. It's like where we make most of our revenue from, and it took off, like kind of bigger than us, but yeah, it's like a streetwear brand for like college kids and stuff, and we're just now introducing a lot of like cut and sew and accessories, and it's super dope. It's pretty big. Basically, we have a Full Send channel. It's kind of like a complex, and we're testing original content, and so we have a bunch of new shows I've been working on, and the first one I just had an idea. I was like, well, people see us as these like drunk partier dudes that like do pranks and all this shit. I was like, but like what they don't really know is like how the business side behind what we do, and like everything that goes into this, and how big this really is. So I said, like, fuck, why don't I just hire Edgar over here and get him to follow me around. So yeah, it's just follows behind the brand, the design team, the photo shoots, production, the business, whatever I do. So I hope to keep this going, do it in like a season format. So like 12 episodes, take a break, 12 episodes, and get them caught up. And then once it's caught up enough, just start working on multiple shows. Like I think there could be dozens of shows in the works. First tattoo was I had 3 little mountains here they got covered up. I did everything you shouldn't do when you get a tattoo, and I got drunk, went in a hot tub, blacked out, and woke up with a wool sweater. I don't even own a wool sweater, but I woke up with a wool sweater on, and I went to take it off, and it was like stuck to my arm, so I had to peel the sweater off, and it like just took the whole tattoo with it. Besides that little bit of blue there, that stayed. Definitely going for a patchwork theme, a little bit like larger patchwork, like actual pieces instead of more like the sticker slap style a lot of people do. But yeah, the idea is to basically do an arm and then an opposite leg, and then like a few bangers, and then possibly I've been thinking about doing like a full back piece, but no rush to do it, but it's in my eyes. We got Ty Domi, the man, and then this is me in the future. In my heart, I'm a cowboy. I just haven't bought a horse yet. This one Daniel did. It's just a cabin in the woods, and it's just always been my dream home, my dream goal. It's just pay off a house, a little cabin in the woods, and keeps me humble, doesn't let me remind. This whole leg, I'm gonna do portraits of just people like that I think are dope and legends and shit. I don't really have to say too much about Johnny Cash. I mean, it's just, he's the man. Now we're doing the Eminem tat, and I've been questioning getting an Eminem tat for a while, and I didn't know how to do it, so I really didn't want it to be like corny looking or like too much of a portrait. But I am a massive Eminem fan, and I just thought doing the like the chainsaw like one, it kind of was like, it's the imagery still cool, and it doesn't scream Eminem, but it's like, it's Eminem. It's like, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm really happy with that one. I think it's dope. I think it's crazy that like we built a brand that people want to put on their body.
Totally.
Yeah, kind of makes sense.
Have you gotten like a tattoo of your face at any point?
No, I don't think I'm good looking enough for that one. I don't know. I don't know if you want this on a bicep, you know.